Hello there. That was loud. I am so excited because today I am going to finally be testing the Ohuhu Pastel set. Let me just get this off real quick. Here it is. Okay, I literally cannot wait. I've been waiting so long to get these. They were sold out for so long. Yeah, ever since I heard they were coming out with a pastel set, I knew that I had to get them because, for one, I love Ohuhu markers, and for two, I love pastel colors, so it's like 2-in-1 awesomeness, you know? I purposely didn't watch any review videos from anyone else on these markers because I wanted my first impression to be, I wanted to make a review video and I wanted it to be my first impression. So I know nothing about them other than, like, I've seen a few pictures of things that people have drawn using them because I follow Ohuhu's page, but I have not looked at these, so it was so hard to wait. Here we go. It's just it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Do you see this? Look at all these beautiful colors. Okay, so there's a protector sheet thing to go in between your papers so that you don't get any bleed through. So that's pretty nice. Ohuhu art marker. So that's oh look, I think it looks like it has a little swatch sheet, but I will be making my own swatch tests because on here the colors on the things that they give you are not always accurate, especially depending on what paper you're using. So you always gotta swatch your markers. This is pretty nice. So a blending tutorial on the back. And let's see if there's anything else. Oh, that's nice. Comes with its own swatch sheets. So this is the 48 set. As you can tell, which I actually have the normal 48 set, the first one that they ever came out with for brush markers, which if you've seen any of my past videos, you probably saw me use them. I've had these for so long, but let's just compare. Look at the color difference. These ones are, like, I know we're just looking at the caps, which again, the caps don't always match perfectly to the color inside, but just looking at the caps, these ones are so much more, like, so much darker and so much more pigmented. This one also comes with a colorless blender, which this set did not, so that's nice. So I guess there would be 49 markers in here if you include the colorless blender. Barrel wise, they look pretty much the same to me. They still have the Ohuhu art marker, then it has the broad and brush. Tells you which side. The gray line tells you that this is the brush tip. Nice. Nice and fresh, juicy markers. I'm so excited. My other set, like I said, I've had for quite a while, so starting to run low on many colors that I use a lot. This is R120 Light Prawn. So I wonder if there will be any duplicates from the set I already had. I'm not recognizing, it looks like they might have changed their numbering system. Don't recognize any of these numbers or the names even. So I think it's safe to say that I have 48 new colors, which is awesome. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and get my sketchbook and see how these work on the sketch paper. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is fill out these swatch sheets. This is interesting. This one, the second color is, if you can see it, It's called Carmen Red, which definitely doesn't look red based on the cap, so that's interesting. Here. Oh, it's like a pretty peach type color. That is really pretty. I'm putting all of the markers once I finish using them to the side here. Oh my goodness, this looks like it's gonna be so pretty. Whoa, okay, so this is like a really pretty light lilac type color, or viola, according to their name. Like a violet color. And that, if you're looking at the brush, it looks like it's gonna be dark, but then you start using it and it's like super light and pastel. So that's interesting. Oh, I'm so excited to get into the blues because there was literally only one pastel blue. I mean, there might have been like two, but there was one that I used all the time in the 48 set, which was PB7. And it's run dry. I did that thing where you can pull it apart, take the brush out and flip it, because the other side was just like I wasn't getting anything out of it anymore. And that actually worked. It worked for a little bit longer. And yes, this was my favorite marker, probably one of my favorite markers from that set. So I'm so excited to have more options for pastel blues. I just realized I was so confused why it was just going right from yellow to pinks to purple to blues. I think you were supposed to go from this one that way, because this is lemon chiffon, and then this one is buttercup yellow, deep cream, carmine red, light orange, mellow peach. Yeah, you're definitely supposed to do it from left to right instead of top to bottom. I'll do the other one that way, but since I already started this one this way, I'm just gonna keep going. Oh my gosh, this orange is so pretty. I'm not gonna get over these colors. I've never had a pastel marker set in my life, and these are just, I can't believe it, okay? I'm beyond excited right now. The only orange, like, I feel like there's never any light orange colors. They're always just like bright, dark orange. And now I actually have a light orange. That makes me so happy. But, you know, I get excited over the weirdest things. Oh my gosh, look what just happened. I've never had this happen ever, and I use Ohuhu markers like almost every day. I put this on the other end, and when I tried to pull it off, the whole green part came off. What in the world? Like this part, and it's stuck. What? What? Why? I have to get like pliers or something to get this out. Yellowish green. Trade me. This is this part right here, but on the other side it came off. This is a really pretty color though, so that's so weird. I don't know why. It must have been loose or something. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if I can get something. One moment, please. Okay, so back, got it all fixed. Just had to pull it off and then stick it back in. And it, like, when I stuck it back in on this side, it clicked. So I guess it must have just been loose, because it's not coming off now. Must have just been a fluke. That's weird. But yeah, okay. And so we continue. Here, this marker is called horseradish, which is kind of funny. So I was just looking through the thing and I could not find it. I was expecting it to be like the color of horseradish, I guess. And then it was this. So that's, yeah, interesting. Am I just thinking of the wrong thing, or is horseradish not green? Okay, so I finished my swatches, and here are all of the colors. They're super pretty. Definitely a pastel. I don't know if you noticed, but where the cap came off and this came off with it when I pulled the cap off of the other side, that happened again. So that's interesting. Like I said, I didn't watch any reviews before this, so I'm wondering if that happened to anyone else. I know that Ren from Drawing with Waffles, she loves the fact that they can do this, that you can set it on the other side, which I actually really do too, because, you know, it's that inner child in me that I used to do that all the time with my Crayola markers. So the fact that I'm still able to do it and I don't have to worry about it rolling away, even though it has this, so it shouldn't, but, or like just losing it because I have to hold it in my hand or set it down or whatever. I've always thought that was really nice also, but if you're gonna have to deal with that, it's kind of annoying, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was fairly easy to get off. The second one I got off without any trouble. The first one had to have a little bit of help. That's the only thing negative, I guess I would have to say at this point. I still have to do a few more tests and everything. But color-wise, I love the colors. The pigment's really nice. I mean, for the price, Ohuhu markers are actually really good. I got this 48 set for, I will put on screen how much I paid for them. It was really, I mean, when it comes to alcohol markers, they're actually really cheap. It comes out to around $1 a marker, a little less than $1 a marker, I think. But when you compare that to like Copics, which are like $6 a marker, it's really good deal. And these are, that's one of the reasons why I love these markers so much, because you don't have to spend like all of your money on markers, but they're still pretty good quality. You can still create a lot of cool things with them. I will do a few blending tests, and yeah, I'm not going to swatch it in my sketchbook right now, even though this sketchbook is a little bit darker and more yellow toned than these. I'm not gonna bore you with that. I'll do it later off camera. This will be fine for now. So yeah, now I just have to figure out, do a couple more tests and then figure out what I'm gonna draw. Okay, I'm gonna test this out while I'm at it. Which honestly, this is like just a piece of plastic basically, so there's basically no way that it's not gonna work, but you know. Here I have green shadow, horizon green, and robin's egg blue. Yeah, so far the blend on these are super nice. They're like blending smoothly. Can't see really the line in between. I'm not an expert when it comes to alcohol markers. I enjoy using them. I like playing around with them. All of my knowledge basically comes from art YouTubers when it comes to art, so, or just kind of figuring it out on my own, but yeah. And they're like super, like they're pastel and light, but they're still really pigmented. It's not like yeah, it was super easy to blend. One thing that I wanted to see is I noticed while looking at these that some of the colors looked familiar. Okay, so pulling out my normal 48 set again, which I don't know if they've changed any of these since I got this, because I did get this about 2 years ago, I think. But I was noticing that this color, VO30, looks really similar to R11 from the 48 set, so I wanted to see, from what I was remembering, if that's true. Okay, yeah, no. V230 is a lot lighter than both P3 and R11 from the original set, so that's awesome. You see how it's definitely more pastel. And this was the most pastel purple that I had in this set right here. Honestly, these markers would have been perfect for the best friend chooses what I draw video, since she picked pastel color palette. That would have been perfect. I need to draw the character again with these markers. Like, that would be cool. Anyway, back to these. Y030 also looked really similar to what I remember Y3 looking like. The caps look basically identical in color. And the names, the numbering is and lettering is basically the same also. You just take the zeros out, and this is Y3. So that's also another thing that I noticed, that the color names on these are a lot longer. These are all like 5 and 6, 4, 5, and 6, and these ones were all mostly 2 and 3. But you know, again, this was the lightest yellow I had in this set, and this one is the lightest yellow I have in this set. And so you can tell that these are definitely the pastel versions, so they're not lying there. I want to look at the blues compared to the pastel blue in this set, because the PB7 that I showed you guys earlier was actually called pastel blue. And as you can see, it's fairly dark. Let me get frost blue. Yeah. And again, see the difference. This is kind of crazy, to be honest. I'm gonna test how it does over this micron pen. Let's do thistle, because why not? Which I didn't even let that dry, and that's not bleeding at all, so that's awesome. Okay, so all in all, I am absolutely loving these markers right now. I'm so glad that I bought them. I cannot wait to actually do a drawing with them though. So let's go ahead and do that. But don't want to mix these up. Get these out of the way. Don't need you here anymore. And these. And while we're here, you can see here's this. And I layered quite a bit with these when I was blending, and there's absolutely nothing on this. So I say it's pretty safe to say that this works also. I'll stick it underneath for the next drawing. Okay, so really quickly before we get started talking about the actual drawing, I just wanted to mention, you might have noticed that I didn't upload last week, and that was because the computer that I was using basically crashed and wouldn't let me do anything. I never finished editing, and it wouldn't let me render or save anything. It took about 3 times before it finally saved what I had done, but then I couldn't finish what was left, so I had to order a new computer. Once it got here, I could finally finish editing. So that's what I'm doing right now, actually. Yeah, this week has just been crazy when it comes to editing and everything. This computer, I had to learn all new software for the editing, so it was basically like starting from square one. And we had a few mishaps there, lost a few things, had to start over, but you know, I think I got it pretty much all figured out now, so that's good. Anyway, to the actual art and drawing, I actually found a reference photo on Pinterest, which I will put on the screen here. You can actually follow me on Pinterest. My business account is called Aquafox, at Aquafox Art, And my normal account is just called Faith. I'll put pictures of them here so you know what to look for. But yeah, the reference photo will be, you can see it saved in one of the boards on probably both of the accounts, and a bunch of other references that I've used or thought about using in the future and stuff like that. But the reason I picked this is because I knew I wanted to do something with cotton candy, because I wanted to use the pinks and the blues from this set. And then when it came, so I used that for like the pose and everything, but when it came to the outfit, I kind of did my own thing. I decided to do like a romper overall dress type thing, and then got some cowboy boots down there, or cowgirl boots, whatever you want to call them, I don't know, and a hat, so I thought that would look cute. And that's pretty much it. I pretty much said everything else that I wanted to say later in the video or before. I did want to mention that I really liked the color choices, and I liked that they had a lot of grays, because original 48 set only had 2 grays, and although I didn't use them a ton, like I didn't use them very often, but when I did, I would use them a lot, and they were both really low, so I was happy to see the grays. Okay, so I finished, and here's what she looks like. I'm actually really pretty happy with it. I think it's kind of cute. I wish that I hadn't done this blue, because now it kind of looks like jeans. They're supposed to be like leggings or something, and it just doesn't go with the color scheme. I was thinking that I should bring in some blue from the cotton candy, because there wasn't blue or pink anywhere else, but then it ended up just looking weird with the rest of her outfit. So if I were to do it again, I would probably just make these like a light peachy or white color, because I liked it a lot better before I colored those in. But other than that, I like it a lot. And I think that it's official that these are probably my new favorite markers, because I absolutely love all of the colors. They're so pretty, and I cannot wait to do more drawings with these. I mean, yes, I love the normal set, but this set is just like basically my dream come true. Literally, when I found out Ohuhu was making these, I almost died, because I was like, I have to get those. And I was so happy when they got here. Like, I could barely wait. I can't believe that I actually managed to wait to use them until I made this video. Anyway, I used a lot of markers for this. Every time I used a marker, I set it to the side. I kind of wanted to use a lot of different colors to get a feel for all the different shades and everything that you could do with these markers, since I was only doing one drawing in this video. So out of 48 markers, these are all the markers. Ouch. These are all the markers that I used on this drawing. Crazy, right? I tried to do quite a bit of shading, so that's why I used, like, for each area I used different shades of that color to blend it out and everything. Let's just count how many I used real quick. Okay, so this is 20 markers right here. I used 20. So that's almost half of them, but honestly, I usually use quite a bit of markers when I'm doing a marker drawing. So that's 28 that I didn't use, which these are the ones that I didn't. Like I said, I had so much fun with this, and I absolutely love the new Ohuhu markers. I know they're not really that new anymore. It came out a few months ago, but like 3 months ago now, I think. But they're new to me, and I'm super happy with them. Like I said, the only thing that I would have to say is that sometimes apparently the color on the other side comes off, like the end of the cap. But since I was doing the swatching, it never happened again. So I don't know what was going on. I guess those two were just kind of loose. And like I said, I used 20 markers while doing this drawing, and it never happened again. So I think I'm still giving these things a 10 out of 10. So highly recommend. They're pretty awesome, and they're not overly expensive. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload. I will see you all next week. Live long and prosper.